years ago, from a small studio, the first broadcast echoed across the airwaves, marking the start of a new chapter in radio. The dream of one of the top investigative journalists that Kenya has ever had, to create an urban radio station that belonged to the people. John Paul Gatome, head of technical for broadcast and IT, is one of the longest serving staff here at More Radio. He has been there since the inception and has a lot to tell.
We initially did our first test run on March by playing music on our playout system, and on December 22nd, 2020, we went live on air. My journey at More Radio is very interesting. I remember quite well, it was during the COVID period. People were supposed to work from home. A lot of my projects were stalled because of the COVID, the COVID period. So I got a call from one of my friends and told me that he had a project in Bombolulu. There was a studio where he was going to construct. So he reached out to me to meet the owner. And I was actually bringing in equipment for him. So that's when I met Mohamed Ali. I didn't know it was his project, but from that time we interacted very well. I assisted him in now setting up the studio, building the studio from scratch, having the studio equipment put in place.
Behind every detailed news script is the head of editorial department, Saumu Ashura, who has been playing multiple roles over the years, contributing to the station's identity.
Mi nakumbuka tu the first day kukuja More Radio, niliona More Radio kwa mitandao. Then walikuwa by that time wale advertise, kulikuwa na advertisement yenye wameweka pale kwamba kama wewe unaona unahisi uko na passion ya kusoma habari, kama ni kufanya show, that is the programs, uandike CV yako ama uapply. Then mimi kwa sababu nilikuwa nataka kazi, baada kutuma maombi ama kuwasilisha application letter kwa mail, mimi mwenyewe nikaamua kaja in person, kaja ofisini, nikakutana na manager, kaongea. Lakini niweza sema nilikuwa na bahati kwa sababu hiyo siku nimekuja nakutana na manager, director akaingia. Kuingia sasa ile kusikia sauti venye najieleza, najua mashallah sababu nimebarikiwa na sauti yangu mimi haihitaji kipaza sauti. So kunisikia vile kuzungumza with confidence, akaniambia na wewe mbona unakaa kama kwa mwanahabari, yani uko sawa kabisa, umeiva. Nikamwambia of course, ukipewa kipindi unaweza fanya, naweza fanya. Taarifa unaweza andika, kila kitu naweza. Ndio hivyo nikafika More Radio.
Omar Mazera, sub-editor and news writer and the presenter of the show Zilizopendwa, has a story to tell in news writing and the story of More Radio over the years.
First time, ideally kabisa kwamba Boss Moha anataka kuanzisha radio. I think the first person mwenye alingangana sana kisha kwamba tunaenda hewani na radio ya Moha nilikuwa mimi, kwa sababu nakumbuka mimi tuko the director, kuna ilibidi tuparage ukuta tupande kwa our first office, kulikuwa na penthouse hapo, so tukapanda hapo na chuma moja, tukafunga temporary antenna, tukaelekeza kwa transmission site yetu Mazeras na tukaenda hewani. You see from that, so imagine sikufanya telecommunication, lakini kwa sababu ninapenda sana na nilikuwa nimemiss ile like this what I love, so isipoenda hewani naweza kosa job. So tukangangana, boss naye akinipush, tukafunga na tukaenda hewani for around 3 months using kale ka antenna kenye kako temporary na tulikafunga sisi.
One of the veterans and the longest serving presenters here at More Radio, who also doubles up as the social media manager, presenter, voice of the Rasta, Rush Hour and Easy Sunday, is none other than Wilson Charo, aka Yuge Bwize.
Mimi nakumbuka tulikuwa kwa nyumba, I guess tulikuwa na Tuesday, lakini nilikuwa nimechoka mbaya sana hapo, nimepigwa na jua. Nilipigiwa simu kwanza, namba ilikuwa namba tu ya kawaida. Unajua tumezoea zile namba zinakuanga special, kilikuwa namba ya kawaida. Nikapigiwa simu bana na mheshimiwa Mohamed Ali. Akaniambia bana, nimeona kazi zako, ulikuwa umefanya on radio before. So kuna video zangu zilikuwa sana kwa mitandao, Facebook, kama ilikuwa kuna mahali ameziona. Lakini pia before that mimi nilikuwa nishaimwambia kwamba niko na hiyo passion ya media. Alikuja shule, mimi nilisoma Mawani Mixed. So wakati amekuja shuleni nikamwambia mimi niko na passion ya kufanya media, lakini sikuona kama pengine amechukulia na uzito sana hiyo time. Lakini tena aliponipigia simu kuniambia ni yeye, kwa mimi ni mheshimiwa, nimekutafuta na kufanya kazi kwa radio. Sikuwa na mimi nikwambia hiyo ndo namba bana. Kwanza ilikuwa kwanza kukata kwa sababu ilikuwa na hani watu wa kamiti wameanza kunisumbua. Akaniambia ni mimi. Ikabidi sikuamini paka bidii ile namba yangu ipeane, nipigiwe tena sasa vizuri. Ndio nikaanza kuamini kwamba kweli ni mheshimiwa. Hapo ndo nilikuwa nimeweza hapo ndo aliweza kunichukua na nikaja Mo Radio. Show yangu ya kwanza nakumbuka nilifanya kama mheshimiwa ameacha shughuli zake. Ilikuwa ni show ya asubuhi, nilirauka sana, kwanza sikulala usiku. So ile show nimerauka, pia yeye alikuwa yuko pale ku make sure playlist yote, kama mtu alisikia show yangu ya kwanza Mo Radio, playlist nzima sikuchagua ngoma hata moja. Sikupandisha hata fedha yangu ya mic, sikuwa napandisha. Nafikiri nilipandisha maybe the last hour, lakini zingine zote tulikuwa nafanywa na mheshimiwa Mohamed Ali, baada ya kwamba ameona kwamba niko na hiyo talent na nilideliver since day one. Kuna interview moja ambayo kwenye historia, na sio Mombasa pekee yake, Kenya nzima. Mwanahabari wa kwanza kabisa, kijana mdogo, interview ya ambaye ni rais wa sasa hivi William Samuel Ruto, wakati huo nilimfanyia akiwa deputy president. Na hiyo ndio interview ambayo haijawahi tokea kwa kubwa kwangu mimi kwenye maisha yangu, lakini pia kwa wanahabari wengi ambao hata wengine wana retire kwenye hii media hajaifanyia deputy president interview.
You will be surprised, Yuge, to know that about 14 million Kenyans, 80% of them young people, are on CRB.
With all these talents around, people might be asking who is the man behind the wheels of Mo Radio.
I was interned at KBC, and that's how I started issues to do with radio and TV production. And after that, I came to Pwani FM. I worked there for some time, and I went to Radio Salam. Actually, we are the people who set up Radio Salam. And from Radio Salam is when I went to TV now, to KTN. So my first love was radio.
He is a renowned veteran investigative journalist, one of the best in East and Central Africa, commonly known as Jicho Pevu.
Ama eneo la chochoro linalotumiwa na wenyeji kutumia vigari vidogo kuwaingiza wakimbizi kutoka nje ndani ya nchi yetu.
First of all, my background is a radio and TV production. So the first exposure that I got was in radio at KBC. So I was at KBC Swahili service, and I had a lot of I really loved doing radio things.
But I really wanted to find out what was his mission. Why not TV, but radio? Actually,
I built a house when I was at KTN, somewhere in Bombolulu. Those days, those areas were a little bit quiet, reserved, and I thought this is the best place that I could set up a Jicho Pevu television station. My dream was to set up a Jicho Pevu television station, whereby I would train young people from Coast, and we will be broadcasting investigative series from Mombasa. And then as time goes by, I was busy, I was exiled. More of the time when I do crime investigations, I'm exiled in Norway, Germany. You know, I keep on leaving this country many times because of investigation. So I couldn't get that time to set up everything. And it is during that process, I think I say, let me start with the love of my life, where I started it, More radio station itself. So I set up More Radio because it was easy to set up a radio station. And I just took, not the house, somewhere at the corner I built a small studio, set it up very quickly, bought some machines and everything, went to CAK, got license and everything. And now I started looking for young people to train so that they can take over.
It is through More Radio that a lot of journalists have made it.
And you can see that we identified a lot of talents in Coast region, as far as from Kilifi, and we brought these people together. I used to train them every day, basically like a teacher. I write some things, tell them how media is, what they should do, the pros and cons and everything and like that. So I set it up, giving back to the society, because I'm a beneficiary of radio and TV, and I thought it would be very unfair for me to exit without setting up something for the youth to benefit. And as we speak, More Radio has taken a lot of people to Nairobi. Mkamburi came here and we stayed with her for like 3-4 months. She was poached by Milele FM. Main man Rio was also here. He was taken by Radio Maisha. There's a lady who was here. She went to NRG, and then later on I think she's somewhere with Radio Generation. We had one who was here, but now she's a lawyer. We had also one who was our producer. He was poached by Radio Maisha in Nairobi. Later on, now I'm told he's somewhere in Kilifi doing with another radio station. So we have given an opportunity to young people from Coast to be able to go to Nairobi and fight out with the rest of the citizens of this country. The Media Council of Kenya did an amazing job. They came here and trained our people, not once, not twice, many times. The last time they were here, Bwire was here with the Mombasa team, and they are the people who are shaping the lives of these young journalists by training them and listening to them, and they are always there, very supportive.
But how does he balance his job and family?
My family is a private thing. It doesn't, people didn't elect my family to be seen all over, working and enjoying life and doing things. People elected me to serve them, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't see how my family, my marriage will be part and parcel of my interview of seeking votes. I have a family, I have 4 daughters, and yes, I have time for them and I have time for the people of Nyali.
And you might be asking, what is his advice to upcoming journalists?
My advice to young journalists, upcoming journalists, and even those who are there is don't rush. In the media today, people are fighting for breaking the news fast or doing something fast before others. It might not even be news, it might be just an exclusive interview, and you want to rush. I think what we used to do is to take our time. We were connecting the dots of intelligence from point A to Z. Nowadays, vijana, they'll go A to C, and then they release, and then they say it's an expose. I think it's to follow up and making sure you get it right. Every person who was mentioned, if it is a deceased, you should connect the dots to make sure that this person maybe was lying or was saying something that was there. For example, here in Coast Region, we have reporters who, if anything happens within the 6 constituencies, the person who is answerable is the area member of parliament. At large is the governor of Mombasa County. If there is a problem of insecurity in Nyali, Jomvu, Kisauni or Likoni, you ask the sitting member of parliament, you have this budget for building police stations. Why are you not building? The issues of security are so high. But you see a journalist, instead of interviewing the sitting member of parliament from Likoni, from Changamwe, from Nyali, from Kisauni, he will interview the aspirant or the loser of the election simply because he's given money. So you want to make that MP look bad. But he's the MP with the budget. He's the one who should ask her tough questions. Why is this happening? But you chose to promote the aspirant or the loser of the last election. You give him the microphone and everything, and then he talks bad about the sitting, and he knows nothing about. And you see, also security is not owned by a member of parliament. National security belongs to the national government. So there are some things beyond us. You cannot tell an MP, why did the terrorist attack Nyali? Why did the terrorist attack Likoni? That's beyond me. I don't have a team of intelligence team that deals with collecting information. So sometimes you also need, as a journalist, to ask yourself, is this his role? Is this his mandate? If there is a drainage problem, this is not my mandate. You go to the governor. If there is an outbreak of disease, there is a certain level, county and then national government.
Together, each and every person has played a role in shaping impactful storytelling and the power of radio done right. This is the story of More Radio at 5, and the story continues. As we celebrate 5 years, follow us on all our social media platforms. My name is Marcelina Dali. This is More Radio at 5.
88.2 FM. We are in charge.